Well, since you're the DC man, do you want to cover the movies?
Abso-freaking-lutely, because I've got so much to say about both of these. The two elephants in the room these days that seem to be dividing people. Okay, so let's first talk about Suicide Squad, since that's the smaller of the two movies, the other being Batman v Superman. Okay, so I'm very familiar with this, the Suicide Squad. They've touched on it on Arrow and Flash, actually, where they've actually had episodes involving the Suicide Squad. Where you even, I don't think we'll ever see this again, but just little mini spoiler for Arrow, where you see a girl with her back to you inside of a cell with blonde ponytails sticking out and this very, very familiar high-pitched voice kind of talking like psychobabble, and it's very obvious who it is. It's Harley Quinn. They never show her face or anything like that, but I mean, they've done whole episodes of the Suicide Squad on the show where Deadshot and Deathstroke and everybody, the rest of these guys are involved. So I definitely love the concept and the idea and the characters. The movie itself, like the trailer itself, they've definitely got the right idea. That they're the bad guys basically. Cutting them loose and to do good and trying to control them. It's a little bit cliched in its premise, where like, they're trying to think for themselves, blah 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 blah. If they do anything wrong, we're just gonna pull the switch and their heads are gonna explode. That's been done plenty of times, but at the same time, the one thing that annoyed me, I know that this is really going to divide the audience here because it seems to be hot, cold, no gray area on this. I am not a fan of the Joker in this. I'm not. And I know a lot of people are. They think it's Jared Leto and he's brilliant and blah, 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 blah. And dude, guys, he's a freaking fine actor. For anyone who's seen Dallas Buyers Club, he was spectacular in that movie. That was so awesome. But at the same time, guys, the grill and the tats are just fucking killing it for me. And what really irritates me about that is that the producers of the movie flat out lied. When that picture of him, in the Home Alone face came out, and like the internet imploded because people were like, this sucks, and some people were like, this is brilliant, which is how it always happens with this shit. They said that they were just doing that because it was the anniversary of the Joker and it was an enhanced picture and stuff like that, and the ink and the grill, none of that's going to appear in the movie. So I was like, okay, disaster averted. Anyone who's seen the trailer knows that's bullshit. He's wearing the ink, he's got the grill. The fan theory as far as why he's got the grill, which is something I figured out in the first 5 seconds, Batman likely knocked out all his teeth. Okay, does that make logical sense? And would that probably happen with the way Batman rolls? Yes. And that's great that it makes logical sense, but guys, you are literally, by doing this, dumbing down the most recognizable trait of the Joker. When people think the Joker, they think the, quote, Joker smile. And now he looks like fucking Flava Flav. What the hell? Like, why would you think that would make him more interesting? He looks stupid. Like, it just looks so dumb. Like, I don't care how grounded in reality is. I don't care if it's grounded in reality. I don't care how many beatings Batman has given him. I want him to still have his teeth. I don't care how stupid that is. Like, I don't care how unrealistic that is. I want him to be like, have the Jack Nicholson Joker smile, because that's what he's supposed to look like. So that was my one big beef with that. Other than that, Will Smith is Deadshot.
That's my big
stretch.
That's my big thing, and I don't know. Like everything Will Smith has been in lately, it's like he has his hand in it. Like I want my character to do this. I want to be the lovable bad guy in this, and I want to be the sympathetic bad guy. I want to be the sympathetic assassin in this. But, I don't know. His past few movies have been not that great.
Box office poison, I think, is putting it lightly.
Focus wasn't that good. I watched that last week. And what was the... After Earth. Ugh. Yeah, that was terrible. But I'm hoping this is good. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt.
I will too. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm actually kind of in the other camp of the Joker. I think it is interesting just to see a different aspect.
Mm.
Out of all the Jokers, they've all brought something different to the table. Jack Nicholson was the over the top Joker, very campy. A lot of that was probably Tim Burton's direction. Heath Ledger to me is the quintessential like lunatic. I mean, I think that's as good as it gets. He definitely deserved the Oscar that year. And this, is something completely different. I'm just interested to see what he brings to the character. Whether it's good or not, I guess we'll see. I'm not going to, say it's going to be bad or good.
Right.
A lot of people are throwing out this is going to be fucking terrible and all that. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to wait and see.